Hi guys, welcome back to EPs and LPs with Cokes and
Obi, and today with us we have our culture guest to let our guests introduce themselves. So
yes.
feel free to. Yeah.
Oh, my name is Sikiboi. I'm a musical artist, songwriter, vocalist, and everything that have to do with entertainment. If it's entertainment, it's me.
Oh, nice.
All round guys.
I mean, exactly.
So we have.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool. So Sikiboi, how did you come with the name actually, Sikiboi?
Oh, it transcended over time, Sikiboi. I used to go
Okay.
by George Siki, then I went by Siki, but then when people hear my music, they're like, this girl can sing. And I'm not a girl.
But is it tied to your name in a way? Like, what's your actual government?
My actual name is Siki.
Okay.
It's riverine. It means God's time.
Oh,
So I just
nice.
picked out in my local dialect, Siki means time. So
Okay.
like time, Siki. So I picked Siki, then we added boy to it, so people know I'm
Right.
I mean, that's cool. So, to be honest, whatever it is, you'll have a very, very amazing voice, bro. So, like, whatever people think, as long as they enjoy the music, that's really
That's the
important.
key,
That's the
right?
key.
In terms of your name, I was actually going to mention that the Siki was always constant in all the variations you had. There was always Siki in there.
Yeah.
But in terms of, and you say where your name is, like from, where are you from in Nigeria? Like, actually, just where are you from generally?
River State, Okrika, Ogubulo, Yas compound.
So you know yourself like all the way to your compound.
Nice.
That's perfect.
Do you visit there,
That's
like,
where I'm from.
often?
Not in recent times.
Oh, okay,
Not in
okay.
recent times.
Okay.
Okay. And also in terms of like, from where you're from, and also your childhood and growing up, was there music in any of that? Or where was music in any of that, if it actually was there for you?
Sincerely, I was not always the best peak when it comes to music or entertaining while I was growing up. I always had to watch or be on the sideline, but then I just decided to, kick off my own, hit the road myself. And then little by little, I started getting some good attention and people started wanting to actually have me around singing, and that's how I just say, let me just do it.
And at what point did you say, like, when exactly did you see you decided, let me just take this up professionally?
It's actually a funny story. So I was in school doing my DSE and I didn't have cash with me. I was
Okay.
dead, bro. I couldn't call anybody. I was just like, what do I do? Then I just called calls. You can sing, bro. I saw you singing in the hostel. I said, yes. He said, come and sing in my departmental Kini at the show. So I have to say, I went there, I sang my heart out. But much cheers, nothing much, but I sang my heart out. As I was leaving, I think the director of socials of that department was like, oh, man, thanks for coming. Wow, you have a nice voice. Take this 20K. Wow.
Stop.
Give me
I thank you very much.
Wow, that's great.
The only thing I started thinking about was how to record this song.
Alright, so I can get paid for
I was
it.
looking for the next. I was just looking for a producer.
Whoa.
Because I was so ready for it. So
Wow.
that's how I just started recording.
Wow. So for you, in terms of musical influences in your childhood, like was there any? Did you used to listen to music? Or what type of music did you listen to as well?
Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of P-Square, Donko Mighty, Wandco.
Okay, so the millennial
Yeah,
Afrobeats, the one that we used to, okay, no, that's...
Whiskey. Those were the people I was always feeling from.
Alright, so let's talk about music and you. Like, the very first time you wrote a song, how was that? Like, how long ago was that?
Yeah, I think that was in 2019.
Okay.
I had this session. I was talking to this producer. He was like the best in campus that local shots, and I was like, I really need to. What is it? I've seen you saying, you can come to the studio. And that day I went to the dorm and the line was, wow, there were a lot of artists.
So,
dreadlocks, tattoo, swag. I was just putting on my shirts.
Just a regular boy, like.
So I know, obviously, these guys were in the business.
Right.
So I had to wait. I waited. I wanted to do a love song because I was going to impress some chicks. So I shouldn't.
Chilled, mellow,
but I waited. I got there in the morning. I waited and people were still singing. I had to wait. Sometimes he's going to take a break from recording, come out, he would see me sitting outside.
I can still hear you. I can boy, I still hear you.
So I wait, I was exhausted. Then he called me to come up and sing. When they played that beat, I forgot everything about love. I was just pained. I shouted, anytime soon I go blow. And I go call my show and everyone was laughing, And then we did that track. I wasn't even feeling it. And my then supposed manager, I said then, he wasn't even feeling it too, but we just needed a material to put out. And so we let it out, and funny enough, everybody in school was...
They loved it, right?
It turned into a slogan on campus. Anytime soon I go blow,
like I'm coming back to come
it became a thing for me in campus, and everybody wanted me to sing everywhere the song, and people started taking the lyrics off my mouth, especially when it comes to the hook, and I got that popular in school, so I just started doing more.
Okay. And how did that go? Like, I remember you said you kind of wanted to do something for a girl.
Yeah.
So what about her? Like, how did that story end?
We finally got along.
Yeah, that's cool.
We got along.
Okay.
That's cool. Nice, cool.
So the love part still happened. You just shy to tell people.
The song shall hit. That was for her.
But majority of my songs have been drawn from a place of love and care, and the ups and downs that comes with love.
And so since that very first song that you recorded up till now, like, first of all, how would you describe that song in terms of like genre? Was there a genre? And then with the genre, would you then say that that's helped you find what your current sound is, and how would you describe that?
When I recorded that song, it was having this alternative, contemporary Afrobeat. So that was where I drew the calmness, and I think Anytime Soon really proved to me that I actually had a unique voice, and I don't really stress about ad-libs and riffs and runs in my song anymore, because my first song didn't have much of that and it did good. So I really got enlightened about how people receive my music from that.
And in terms of, did that lead you to try to put a label on it, on what type of song that you do, or did you just leave it alone?
It actually did. I've been working with my current label for almost 5 years now. It was from Anytime Soon.
Okay.
So I just finished performing at a school function. I was walking home. I was tired. Somebody was following me.
You make a song out of that.
I said, why is this guy following me? Then we got to a spot and he was like, hi, my name is MK.
Okay.
Bullock. I was like, oh, okay, that's what you said. I heard you saying Diane Thompson. I said, yeah. He said, okay, I'd like to be a manager. I said, oh, sure.
That's right.
No, that's cool. From there on, it's been 5 years straight. So.
Wow, the same person.
Yes, that same person.
Wow, that's good, man.
Yeah, so.
I actually want to know, like, that first song you actually recorded, is there on any streaming platforms? I really like to hear that song.
How that's
from love to
it's out everywhere, that was in like 2018, 2019, but it's still one of my favorite because people still listen to it and tag me. I'm like, you first listen to this song.
Because I want to hear it.
So if you hear it, you actually know it's Siki's first song because compared to the material I put out right now,
it's
obvious difference.
Okay.
Alright. So now let's talk about your EP, your first EP, Something Beautiful. That was the first EP, right?
Yeah, that's my very
first
first
that you put out. Yeah. Okay. So, what inspired that? EP? What were you looking to portray with that project that you put out?
I just needed, initially, I just needed to put out music, but along the line, I realized at that point in time when that EP was supposed to drop, I was actually going through a lot of how I had to, sometimes when creatives want to create it sincerely comes from a place of truth. So
You're right.
yeah, I was actually having a rough time with my relationship.
Right.
So all the songs had to do with it's either I'm explaining how loyal I am, or it's either I'm promising to stop lying, or it just translates like that. Or it's either I'm reminding a chick that everybody lies, but at least you have your own liar. Let me be your own liar, instead of
right.
I know that. So that's where that EP came out from. It's a beautiful piece, though.
Right.
Okay, so about honesty, that's cool.
Were there any tracks that stood out for you in that EP?
Yeah.
We usually ask our artists what's their favorite song, but again, that's a bit of a struggle for them to give us more. Because they always might be there, my kids, all of that, which is good. But for you, does any stand out?
Yeah, produced by J-Mo Sound. I think he's been.
Of course, we know J-Mo. Yes, absolutely. Okay.
We've been locked in a lot in PH, so he made Billing.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
so
he's doing pretty well now.
yeah, he made Billing. So that jam actually.
How did you guys even meet? How did that happen? You guys created that song?
J-Mo I met J-Mo back in school. He used to work at school radio.
Okay.
So anytime I go for radio interviews, it's gonna be Sikiboi, what's up? Let's work again. I'm like, sure. Then we went to, actually at that point in time, we were using this, it's a monitor, UPS.
Like your setup.
He had this big monitor in the studio. So I wasn't really feeling the whole setup because we had to bend. It was under the staircase, the studio was.
Right.
So we're there and he played a couple of beats and I'm like, yo, we're vibing. The next time he called me, I was locked in with him for about a week. We're just making, myself and Jim, we have lots of music. Yeah, but you know how it goes.
Right.
Not
all of them make cuts. Right.
Okay.
So we have more coming.
When did you guys record Billy? Exactly.
Billy, he called me sometime and I can't remember the year exactly. I think the year I dropped my EP.
Okay.
And he was like, I'm somewhere, can you come? I was like, I'm actually going somewhere, but I can just hop in real quick. Then I met him. He was actually having a session with someone else. So I just went there and he played the beat and I was like, let me just do something. Then I just vibe and I had to leave. Then the next time we met again at Rewards Place, he said, you remember this jam? I said, yeah, he played it. I had some words to it and I sent it to my manager. I was like, it's cool. Then we put it out. We did good job.
Nice.
NW came in for it. I shot a video with Pink.
Yeah.
So.
No, that was really. I feel like your songs have you're very particular about keeping that chilled vibe with your songs.
I love it.
And even your process of creating. Right, it seems like you like to keep it chilled and just let it be as natural as possible, which I think it comes out in the music because I feel like music that comes from the heart, and people can tell and they can relate to that more. I think, but out of all of those tracks on your album, Billing being one of them that's done really well. Which one did you enjoy the creative process of making the most?
That would be one of the projects from Sneeze and Ding.
Okay.
The best piano producers I know right now.
Oh, okay.
So we made a track titled Higher.
Okay.
Together with DJ Tunez, and anytime I listen to Higher, and I have about 5 songs featuring DJ Tunez out, all piano. Private school piano.
Okay.
And all that. So
you're very comfortable with that. The piano.
Piano's my thing.
Right.
Listen to some of my piano. It surprises me.
Which I told one, there's one with Major Leagues DJ.
Yeah, there's one with Major Leagues
DJs.
So Higher is my go-to place to just relax. Because High is my jam.
Wow.
Enjoy
Okay,
every
that's
bit
good.
of high. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. So, what do you have in store for this year exactly? Like, what have you been working on lately? What are you looking to hear from your possible EPs or maybe
LPs, maybe?
or albums or whatever? Something coming up soon, sooner?
Definitely. The when you've been grinding for so long,
Yeah, you
at
don't
some
seem like
point
someone that's
the
ready to
calendar
chill and just keep
Right.
going. Yeah.
so I just want to keep putting out music.
Yeah.
I know there's usually a calendar creatives
Oh,
follow,
yeah,
but then I just want to work.
Might as well.
But I'm gonna put out. So I'm putting out a song next week.
Okay, that's it. That's what we want to do.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I'm putting out a
What?
song next week.
Is this exclusive? Is this exclusive to us?
Oh, possibly. I'm putting out a song next week, and
Does it have a
hopefully-
name here? Have you titled the
Miss
track
You.
yet?
Miss
Okay.
You.
Okay.
yeah. So you see.
Right.
actually-
Okay,
Well, I mean,
you're
by the time
lover
people
boy,
listen to
right?
this, it's gonna be out, so yeah, make sure you check out this.
absolutely.
Make sure you
It's
check
going to be
out
out
this.
next week. It's a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, produced by Spice.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, it's PH too.
Okay, it's from
Amazing
yeah.
producer too. So
Okay.
definitely an EP will come this year.
Oh, cool.
But then I'm just chilled and
Begin to get like some EP, some features on that EP, maybe.
yeah, maybe Wonder Banton,
Oh, nice.
then Daisy,
Oh, nice.
maybe Ajiba Hustlers.
Love
you know,
it.
family.
Love.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
Okay. And speaking of collabs and working with artists, how do you make that decision of who to put on a track? Are you just as chilled with that decision, or like how do you approach that?
I really don't do love features,
Okay.
but I'm very comfortable working with Dean and Smith and DJ Tunez. That's why we have a lot of song out already. So whenever they send me a beat, a vibe on it, I know it's going to drop. Sometimes I record song and they're telling me it's dropping in 3 weeks. Yeah, we just made this. They say, yeah, it's coming out.
But they're doing it.
So that's me. But a lot of people reach out for collaborations, but I'm not just... It's like, we're going to have it, but
Yeah.
I'm working on something right now.
Yeah. So but how often do you actually like record songs?
I'm always recording. I have a home studio in my house in PH. There's a home studio in the apartment I'm staying here in Lagos too. So I'm always around creating. But I'm not recording with coffee.
Okay. I'm taking a minute off.
I'm like, the whole one that you play. You can't do that. That's calm still. That's cool.
Yeah, but anytime I have to, anytime I need to, but day first day I was recording throughout and so.
So if we go back to, if we dive a little bit in terms of like coming from PH and the creative scene there, what's that like? What is it like? Is it, just tell us what it,
Every creative that comes out of PH will tell you it's not easy. It's really not easy coming out of Port-Harcourt because we lack the soil to nurture creatives. It's not a soil that supports it. Although in recent times a lot of people are trying to create a niche for people to be comfortable to say, I want to do music, I want to be an entertainer, I'm going to acting, I want to do all that and all that. But it's really not easy because you have a lot to fight. You have to prove to yourself in the environment at large that you mean it and you're serious about it. Otherwise you'll just be some other person wanting to sing. So.
And usually, we usually ask our, artists that we bring on in terms of, you making that decision. You mentioned in PH, where there isn't an external validation or support. You have to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
With you making that decision to go into music, did you have like support from friends and family at that point?
Definitely. That's why I'm still here, because of friends and family. Although family didn't smile much, they still had to send me to school to do my MSc.
Right, like that.
I went back to school, I was in the MSc and I ran, nobody's talking about it, but I know there's beef.
Secretly.
But then, family support. I had my first show in PH.
Okay.
And a lot of people were thinking, you don't go, but it was so loud.
Wow.
A lot of people blocked me because they paid for tables, but they came and they didn't have tables. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Oh, why? Okay, people probably just...
Yeah, people started buying tables there. And,
wow.
my sponsors got their money back, so I was even surprised at the outcome.
Wow, that's
right.
My mom, my dad, everybody was there, was looking at me.
Right, like, wow, this is actually serious.
Wow.
Right, that's interesting. Did that set you on the music path then? Did that confirm for you extended like it? Maybe this is what I meant to do. Seeing as how successful my show was.
I've always known from the time I started saying no to a couple of other life decisions. I knew I was on this path, and that's about it. So regardless of me not even having a show, or not even having a hit, or not even having any, I'm on the path. And that's it.
But have you done like any more shows since then?
That show was last year.
Okay, that was last year.
I'm supposed to do some this year, but I have some travel plans that are contending with it. So, but I'm just optimistic. My team is still planning, still seeing how.
Okay, are you planning to do in Lagos? Because I'm all going to pull out.
Yeah.
That'll be good, to be honest.
It will be. I'm in talks with some people about having that kind of thing. So.
Do you enjoy performing generally?
Yeah, performing is fun. Performing is fun when you get to sing and see the excitement in people's faces. Or when they call me up and I open my mouth and people hear the first notes and they're
nice. Really? So do we have like a secret one they call on our hands? I'm not saying. Are you going to be
like nobody? Nobody. I was privileged to spend some weeks with Wandiko in Ghana. And it was everything.
Really?
Having to be around him was everything. Yeah.
Oh, should
we be? Can't even
right?
Every time I see him, I smile. Anytime I see him, anytime he comes out, I see him outside, I'm smiling and building. But he doesn't know. One day.
And that's good still. That's good actually. And it's good that, the achievements you've hit so far.
Yeah.
Like selling out your concert show that you had last year. But like, are there any more maybe like milestones, achievements that you've hit so far in your music that just blew your mind? Like, wow, I need to do this thing.
I really can't even remember a lot of them.
What's the most recent one?
Okay, yeah.
Well, I got cash for doing something. Music
related.
Yes.
Okay.
So
that's good.
For me, milestone is music gives me money.
You're happy.
Check.
Yeah, that's
major win.
It's been good to me. I've been having to put out a couple of records with DJ Tunez alone is everything. Anytime I'm beginning to feel like, okay, what's really going on? I just go to my catalog again.
Did you see what you've done? I'm alright. I'm not so bad.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right then, no problem. So like, for people like, you're really gifted. You've been blessed. Let me know if you've been lucky so far.
Yeah.
So, but I want to know like if you can give some people that up and coming some word of advice and things that you did that kind of maybe boosted your progress, and things that you did that you regret that maybe you should something that looks likely to that's possibly to be done. Things that just advice that they can use to channel their way to a better life.
I don't know if it could, because oftentimes a lot of people text me, they're like, how did you do it to be able to leave PH? You're not the most blown out of the town, but you're comfortable. I go to places in Lagos and be like, Sikiboi, yes, but I don't even stay here. So I keep telling them I really don't know how it happened, but what I know I did was I was in the scene. If it's music related, if it's a concert in Port-Harcourt, if I know people are going to be there, I want to be there. I wasn't even bothered about what I was wearing. I wasn't bothered if I was ready. I just wanted to be out there for people to see me. I was going to sing everywhere. I was assisting. At some point, I even had to pin posters of a particular show I wanted to sing from a particular junction to another junction.
Why did you have to take it yourself?
Yeah, I was pinning the posters of the show. I was pinning the posters of the show just because I wanted to be on the platform. But guess what I did? I missed my timing. When I got there, they were like, damn. you.
Damn, you like
I'm
bounce.
It's just
like, no, that's only message. You know, so,
Damn, that sucks.
so you just have to be readily available for the scene. If you're not there, you might just miss out on it. You know, so you need to actually do the work. That one.
Okay, and also in terms of talking about being in the music scene and being present, what do you feel like the Lagos music scene is missing that PH artists could bring to it? Because we have these days, you know, a few artists from PH should bring in their like amazing talent. What do you think that that Lagos scene can benefit from the PH music scene?
There's a lot to benefit, but then you know, creativity is of different dynamics. You know, so there's an atom of uniqueness in every new culture.
Right.
You know, so I don't know. I really can't pinpoint anything out right now.
Right. I think the talent in general is something that they can bring. Because like there's this saying that they say iron sharpeneth iron. So it's like when new talent comes in, it influences positively, I think, the existing Lagos talent.
True.
Lagos has talent, but from out of town as well. And also, you see new collabs, right? Although you have collabs within, like, you know, the PH community artists that know each other, you have people from outside that come and collab with Lagos artists and bring like a new flavor to, you know, our Afro sound.
Yeah, for like someone like Udumadu Black, you know, using terms that we use in the South Side,
right?
You know, and now everybody wants him on the track.
Exactly.
You know, you don't even understand what you're saying.
Exactly.
But, you know, but when we listen to Udumadu in the South, we know we can convert everything he's saying to English.
It makes sense.
It makes sense to us. You know?
Right.
Like Ajibo Hustlers, you know, when we listen to them and Easy, we know word for word everything they say. You know? It's beautiful having to see people might not understand it, but they just love it. They love that.
Right. So that new language and
yes,
new
new
dimension
language
to what we already do in Lagos.
Yeah, so that could be something too. That is something.
Okay,
Yeah, I think so.
okay.
So in terms of artists and where people can find you, is what I mean. So in terms of where people can find, where can we find you? What platforms?
I'm everywhere. Everywhere.
What's your name on these platforms?
Sikiboi, Sikiboi, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's Sikiboi, everywhere and anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, nice to meet you, man. Really good advice there that you gave about basically just showing up.
Yeah.
Just show up. And like, because I know we've had a guest that's actually given that similar advice, and I know that once you hear like more and more people say that, then that's actually something to really consider. And I'm actually wondering, like, what's actually the best thing that's ever happened to you? Like maybe like just showing up, and maybe you just showed up was like, thanks for coming, 100K. Like, what's the best that you can remember?
The best for me is I got a call from my friend Dean.
Okay.
I think 2018, and he was like, "Yeah, I want to introduce you to a new type of music. It's not the type you like." So when I went to the studio, and El Jack was there, and he played the beat for me, turned me on.
Oh, okay.
And the track name is Tony.
Oh, okay.
I listened to I was like, which guy?
What is this?
He said it's called Afro-piano. I wanted to sing. He said I should not sing. I should wait for like 1 minute.
Wow!
I don't know. Oh yeah, don't make me sing. I started singing. I wasn't enjoying the process, but I just needed to deliver because it's Dean.
Right.
You know, so
that's your friend.
Yeah, so I delivered on it, and a week later he called me. He was like, "Yeah, DJ Tunez is putting out that song." I said, "Okay." I was like, "Okay." I went back home. I put my sister. I went to YouTube. I watched Tunez and his documentaries and everything. Then I called Dean. I was like, "This guy is going to be dropping this song with us." He was like, "Yeah." I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink water. I didn't know how I was feeling.
Wow. Like you could not feel
right.
Like mind blown.
I've made it.
Wow.
That's cool.
It was everything. Definitely was everything for me. Today, still one of my favorite pianos.
And look how comfortable you are with like the Afro-piano sound now. So I think
7 songs, 7 piano down, man. All doing good numbers.
Wow.
That's great stuff.
I think that really just shows like you just have to be brave enough to try something new. It might not be comfortable at first, but just Do it,
Yeah,
try
just
it,
see,
and you just
exactly.
never know, and just
Yeah, you never know.
perfect.
You
Yeah,
never know.
that's an amazing story.
Yeah, that's great, man. All right.
Okay.
So this time you just have to pick something, read it out, answer it, or perhaps do what it says. It's not just an answer. So.
You might have to do a dance.
Yeah,
you might ask you to do a dance like a robot. You never know what's
Right.
in there.
No, not that.
No. You're good. You're good. Yeah. All right.
I think I picked two.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Those are two questions for us. Is it?
We-
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
All right. What's that
Do
one?
you experience self-doubt? If yes, how do you deal with it? I experienced this morning, last
Okay.
night, the night before that.
Wow.
You know, it's always there. It's always maybe your mind is it comes.
Yeah.
It's like self-doubt's here. So I don't know. I just in terms of my music, my business, whenever that feeling comes, you know, I just go back to who I am. You know, I listen to my songs. You know, and sometimes I go to my comment section, I read some comments, and it just reminds me of who I am. And I call my manager. Sometimes I call him and I have him repeat plans over and over again. Yeah, but I've told you these things before. It's like, I just want to hear them. So I know there's something I'm actually doing and it's making sense to me. So the self-doubt is always around.
Yeah.
It's trying to.
I know those DJ Tunes collabs must help as well. It's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
how many I have now?
Billing,
Right.
and the total and the show from last year and the 20K from
Right,
school,
like-
like,
Yeah.
you know.
So I just go back within myself and remind myself who I am.
Yeah.
You know, and just gets me back on my shoulders, back high up there.
Like, yes, that's
That can
me.
go.
Carry
That's
shoulder.
nice.
That's nice.
And
That's nice.
that's
Exactly.
perfect. Thank you so much for answering that question for us.
Great, thanks so much. Right. So yeah, like I said, it was really nice having you. It was a really great conversation that we had, getting to know you, and you know what to expect this year. Single coming out next week. By the
Right?
time you're seeing this,
It's gonna be out
Miss
already,
you.
so make sure
Yeah,
you
yeah,
listen.
miss you. Don't miss you.
Right.
Yeah.
Miss you all next
Alright, that's cool. That's cool. So yeah, until next time, guys. Make sure to keep watching EPs and LPs on YouTube. We're also on podcast streaming platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube as well. Keep watching, keep listening. Follow us on social media platforms at EPs, XLPs, and catch you next time.
Later. Bye,
Safe,
guys.
safe.